I was the class clown, and that had good points and bad points, obviously, you know, because, like, the bully liked me, Baz, Barry Bristow, he were a bad one. But on the downside, I got involved with his group, and I got into trouble a lot at school, because Barry, he was the lad at school that were always, you know, he used to make that 13 sound, you know that? That's all he could do, that, and turn his eyelids inside out. It's a bastard, isn't it, that? But, and, you know, first one, as soon as teacher goes out at class, there's always one lad gets on desk when he gets his dick out, isn't there? That were Barry. He's on desk like that, and we'd be like, Barry, sit down, we've got our O-levels next week. You know, time's getting on. But he were always like that. He got me in trouble. He got me banned from biology, being Barry. We had Miss Hanley. It was 60s, I'm talking 60s now, right? And, she were fit. Miss Hanley, she had a little miniskirt, all that. And every time she put, you know, she pulled board down. You get hold of board and pull it down like that, didn't they? And a little skirt went up. Well, Barry all the time, he's like... She got a bit annoyed, you know, so she turned around Miss Hanley. She said, any more of that whistling, it's detention. Any more, it's detention, right? No more whistling. So she goes up again, and all of a sudden somebody goes, dick-a-dick-a-dee, like that. Well, you know, she turned around and she said, stand up the boy with the horn. Well, we all stood up. You know what I mean? Physics. Oh, let me just, before we go on, physics. We had this bloke come out, physics teacher, Mr. Forsyth, used to hit you with a chair leg, nasty bastard he were. And he said, right, he said, no, what is the fastest thing in the world, right? So I go, right, straight in, sound. He said, what do you mean, sound? I said, well, as soon as you say something, you can hear it, right? As soon as you say something, you can hear it. I said, right, Susan, she said, I think it's light. Why do you say light? Because as soon as you put the light switch on, it comes on. Light on, immediately, instant, like that. Barry, diarrhea, he says. Bloody diarrhea. So he says to him, how do you make that out, Barry? He said, well, I had diarrhea last week, and before I could put light on and tell anybody, I'd shit myself. So, there were methods to his madness, but he were hard work. He were hard work with Barry. He were. I had days at school, weren't they? Hey, happy days.